Oh, we love to see it, and I hope he does bring some cat factor, bring some over here. We're continuing rather with our journey of discovering the wonders of the spekboom. Now, guys, long before our climate crisis, the spekboom was always there, always just being such a wonderful plant. And it is said that you could even walk on spekboom. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can believe it, because I actually went to the great Labyrinth of Africa right here in Stellenbosch in order to find out more about the spekboom. So let's take a look at that while we divulge this.
Looks good.
Whoa.
With South Africa being ranked the 12th biggest polluter in the world, reducing our carbon footprint has become a very critical issue. It's with the works of social entrepreneurs and activists, Mandy and Peter Shrimpton, that is helping create a better environment for everyone, one spekboom at a time, by creating the world's largest spekboom labyrinth.
The Great Labyrinth of Africa will be a living monument so big it can be seen from space, to remind us of the need to radically reduce our carbon output.
Mandy, this is amazing work that you guys are doing here. Why was it so important for you to create a project like the Great Labyrinth of Africa?
Jamie, Peter and I have 4 children, and we're very mindful of our carbon footprint, and of course we're very well aware of climate change, and we thought, what can we do? And we've got 160,000 spekboom trees. Peter thought, what are we going to do with these trees? So he came up with the idea of the labyrinth, and we thought it would be a wonderful way for people to walk a labyrinth, and in that become more mindful of their carbon footprint.
Melissa, you are getting down and dirty. How did you get first? Yay! How did you first get involved in this experience, and what are you taking from this?
So it actually came to me via international mail, and I thought, like, this is brilliant. It's something I can leave behind for my kids and my kids' kids. So came in last week, loved it. I mean, I love gardening as it is, and got down and dirty. And what we've experienced as all these little tips and tricks you learn, you pass on to the next person, they pass on to the next person. So it's a lot more than just building a great labyrinth. You're building a community, you're building a legacy, basically.
With 90,000 spekbooms expected to be planted, I've got my plant. It's time to get my hands dirty.
Spekboom tree stores carbon above ground and below ground. And what's really interesting is that it photosynthesizes in the day and night. So basically it photosynthesizes 24/7, so hence it's a carbon gulper. And it takes out about 10 times more than an ordinary plant or tree. What's also interesting is that in most big carbon gulpers, like rainforests, they've got to have wet conditions, but the spekboom tree takes out a lot of carbon in the drier conditions, especially the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape, and that's what makes it so wonderful. It's really good for soil erosion. It doesn't burn, and that's another thing that interestingly is relevant for carbon sequestration. And you can eat the leaves. They're super healthy. If you have 6 leaves a day, you get all the vitamin C you require. And if you take a leaf and you break it open and rub it on a sore or a burn or something, it heals really quickly. So besides being able to grow plants that gulp carbon, you can eat it too.
How is a project like the spekboom and a day like today benefiting the kids?
The benefits that we see, obviously it's just exposing the children to something that's happening in the environment. You'll see there's no tablets, no TVs, no iPhones.
Yay!
They're outside getting their hands dirty and doing something, and nobody's asking, can I play on a game? And that makes me very happy.
With 1 hectare of spekboom able to absorb between 4 and 10 tons of carbon per year, this initiative is training people to grow these plants, which will then be brought back by the project.
Rika, let's start right at the beginning. How did you get involved in the Great Labyrinth of Africa?
Peter and Mandy Shrimpton from Art Capital, they were picking up people from the communities around Cape Town who wanted to help to make their dreams come true. So I was one of them that I met. They met me, and then they told me that if I can come and join them, they can just show me and teach me how to run a business.
Take me through it. What has been some of the benefits that you've seen from this project?
Before I started this project, I was not even having any skill on how to run a business. So to my side, it's a benefit, and it's an advantage to me, because now I have knowledge how to run a business. So, and also I'm able to support my family. I've got my wife and a kid. But at least now I'm giving them something to survive.
Encouraging people to grow spekboom restores degraded land. The roots compact soil, boosting its quality, promoting the growth of grasses, and constantly keeping climate change in check.
Taking active steps to heal the environment is not an act of charity, but an act of justice, an act we can all get involved in while still creating something beautiful and unique in the process.